What's up, Hawks? It's your boy Hawk. Welcome back to another episode of Hawk's Podcast. Let's go. Same. How we doing? Yeah. Let's go. Sir. Hey, yo, what's up, Hawks? It's your boy Hawk. Welcome back to an episode of Hawk's Podcast. This is episode 43 of the podcast series, and this is going to be about the paradox of time. Speaking of time, this is the last episode I'm going to be posting in May 2024. Probably the last episode or thing I'm going to record in this apartment unit, maybe, for my school year, 2023-2024 school year. I might be moving out earlier this time because I am graduating. I'll say more about that in the next podcast episode, or probably the next podcast episode, because I'm not going to be forcing out these episodes if it's not necessary. So next podcast episode will explain more about what I've been doing about school and how I've been moving about school, and I'm about to be graduating soon, so it's not like I have to record another podcast episode before then. I'll just record that one afterwards. So this is crazy. This is probably the last. This is the last podcast episode your boy is recording. You know what I'm saying? Before he graduates at university. You know what I'm saying? I'll say more about that then. But so enjoy the podcast episode, and I'll see you guys at the end. All right, this is episode 43 of the podcast, Hawks Podcast. Recording this the same exact day I'm recording episode 42 of the podcast. Go check that out. It's on YouTube and platforms. YouTube, you know what I'm saying? It's on the YouTube platform. It's episode 43 of the podcast. It is May 1st, 2024. I did say it's the same day I'm recording episode 42, so I'm saying that. But it is 11:17, so I'm recording this still late in the morning. And it is a Wednesday. It's supposed to be sunny outside. Right now it's a little cloudy, but it's still spring, so you gotta give some time. In a nutshell, before I'm not gonna try and even pronounce the name, Kerr in a nutshell. I never reacted to Kerr in a nutshell before. I've seen the videos from Kerr before. I've seen a video this year from Kerr, and so 2.2 million subscribers. That's crazy. 22.2 million subscribers. That is insane for a single channel to have. Man, all right. So the future already happened. The paradox of time. This came out 3 months ago. It's very new. It's still new. It came out on January 30th, 2024. Man, all right. Almost 8 million views. All right. So let's see. The future already happened. The paradox of time. Let's go. First time watching.
Do your past, present, and future all exist right now? Are you watching this video, being born, and lying on your deathbed at this very moment? Surprisingly, the answer could be yes. But how can that be? What does that even mean? How does time work? The block universe. Imagine the universe like a child painting pictures on paper. Each picture shows everything that's happening in the universe in a single moment. With each new moment, all kinds of things occur everywhere. People are born and die, galactic civilizations expand, you miss the bus. And our universe kid makes a new picture that replaces the old one.
Yeah.
In this way, you get something like a movie. Only the moment we're in right now is real. The past is what happened before. Now it's gone. The future is still to come and hasn't been drawn yet. This is kind of how time feels, right? Each moment being replaced by the next one. The past is far behind us, the future doesn't exist. But what if time is something else? What if the universe kid has already finished all its drawings and stacks them on top of each other? This way, we get a block of time that contains the whole history of the universe. All moments that have ever existed or will ever exist. But in this block, in this stack of moments, the past, the present, and the future are equally real and exist at the same time.
Wow.
This feels wrong. The only things that we perceive as real are those things happening now.
That's right.
How can the past and future be real right now? The problem is that according to the theory of relativity, they kind of have to be.
Einstein and the
Heavily
theory of
simplified,
relativity.
relativity says
Yeah,
that time and space are not separated, but one connected space-time. When you move through space, you're also moving through the block. This means time passes differently for different people, depending on how they move through space relative to each other. And this also means that what someone perceives as now is a certain cut along the block, a cut that will depend on how fast they're moving. So what you think is now is really only your now.
Yep.
There are many different nows in the universe, and all of them are equally real. This also means there's no universal past or future. Okay, this is a lot. How does this work? Imagine 3 alien spaceships a million light years away. The first one just hovers in space, not moving relative to you. You both experience the same now, the same present. If you had a magical instantaneous internet connection, you could do a video call right now and chat about alien things. The second spaceship is flying away from us at 30 kilometers a second, about 3 times faster than a human rocket. It's moving differently through the block of time than you are, which means its now is different from yours. With the magical internet, the aliens can talk to your ancestors in 1924, when humanity was discovering the first galaxies outside the Milky Way. The third spaceship wants to visit Earth and is flying towards you at 30 kilometers a second, moving at the opposite angle of the second ship through the block of time. It experiences yet another now. With the magical internet, the aliens can talk to your descendants in the year 2124, when humanity has already built cities on Mars and Venus. Okay, so we have 3 different nows. So which one is correct? Well, that's the problem. Relativity is based on one powerful principle: cosmic democracy. The fact that the point of view of all observers in the universe is equally valid. All those nows have to be equally real.
Yep.
But if this is the case, your past, present, and your future all have to exist at the same time, right now. Because for the different aliens, they all happen in their present.
Right.
This means that the distinction between the past, the present, and the future is an illusion. The universe is not a bunch of things evolving through time like in a movie, but a static block in which the past, the present, and the future all coexist and are real. How can that be? Well, think about a galaxy outside the observable universe, too far away to ever visit or see. But even if you can't get there and don't see it, it's still real. The future might be the same. But if the past is not far behind us and the future actually exists, then there is no movie. Things don't happen in the universe. The universe just is, like a frozen block of dead cosmic ice, with everything that will ever happen already written and decided.
Crazy.
Is the future already written? If all times coexist and are equally real, then the future has to be already written. But that's not how you experience things. It feels like you can mold your future with your decisions. It really feels like you're free to choose to stop watching YouTube to not miss the bus. But if the future is set in stone, you can't decide anything. So are your choices an illusion? Well, maybe. Maybe your free will is a mirage. And maybe you missing the bus was already predetermined at the Big Bang. So feel free to continue watching. Except quantum stuff is ruining everything again. Quantum processes can't be predicted, not even in principle. Not because we're silly and don't know how to do it. According to quantum physics, quantum particles are intrinsically random. For example, if you have a radioactive atom, it could decay at any moment, in the next second or in the next million years.
Yeah.
We can calculate the probability that it will decay tomorrow, but no oracle in the universe will ever be able to tell you with absolute certainty if it will do so or not.
Yeah.
But quantum particles can change the world. Imagine a radioactive element randomly decays and causes a genetic mutation in a nearby mammal.
Right.
And then many generations later, that mutation has led to a weird mix of duck and mammal that makes no sense. Or the atom decays a day later, and the weird creature will never exist. If quantum stuff is really uncertain, the future can't be set in stone. But if the future is an untold story, it can't be real in the same way as the past is. So what happens when uncertain things like the decay of our atom become real? Is that moment the present? Is this now? But before, we saw that cosmic democracy makes it impossible to define an absolute now. What's going on here? It turns out that for every individual object, you, an alien, an atom, the past, the present, and the future are always well defined. Your death will always happen after your birth, never before, and never at the same time.
Right.
Now, you are clearly between your birth and your death. So, for you at least, now makes perfect sense. If we don't play tricks like going to the other side of the universe and using aliens in funny ways to find out what now means, things again start to look ordered and nice, and individual nows seem to exist.
That's right.
Can we do something with them? Let's return to our block universe. Maybe the block does not contain the future, and maybe we just imagined it wrong. Maybe the block is just the past, and a thin layer on the surface is the present. That surface is not smooth, but bumpy and uneven. It's been made by joining countless individual nows, each experienced by someone or something in the universe, each equally real and valid. And all observers do their bit, so cosmic democracy is still true. As new things happen and uncertain things become certain, radioactive atoms decay, new species of mammals arise, people miss the bus, the border moves upwards, creating new time in the universe.
Airplane.
Instead of a frozen block of time with a future that has already been written, the block is growing and things happen.
I'm getting this ad a lot, personally. I don't even live in Denver. That's crazy.
You can again decide your future. Maybe leave earlier so you won't miss the bus. What is real then? Let's recap. We started with time as a movie, one now after another, where only the current now was real. Then we found out that because of relativity, there are multiple nows, all of them real somehow, which could mean that we're living in a frozen block universe where things don't happen and you don't really have free will. And we ended up with a kind of growing block universe where time passes and the future is open. So which is correct? What is real? The present? The past? Are the dinosaurs as real as you are right now? What do the aliens on the other corner of the universe think about all this? To be honest, no one knows. What we've learned are two possibilities to describe time, but they're not the only ones. Some scientists think that the idea of now only makes sense near you, but not in the universe as a whole. Others think that time itself doesn't even exist, that the whole concept is an illusion of our human mind. And others think that time does exist, but that it's not a fundamental feature of the universe. Rather, time may be something that emerges from a deeper level of reality, just like heat emerges from the motion of individual molecules, or life emerges from the interactions of lifeless proteins. We could go on, but aren't you about to miss the bus?
Go back to school bus. Hurry up, kid.
The concept of time is abstract and elusive, possibly beyond complete human comprehension. Fortunately, there's a vast world of things we do understand about the universe that you can explore right now, thanks to our friends at brilliant.org. The birds really appreciate your help.
Okay, and that does it for this video. The future already happened. The paradox of time. They got a Discord link. All right, hey, hold up, don't go so quick. All right, so the future already happened. The paradox of time. That was a really fascinating video. I gotta say, it's a really compelling video. It's a really engaging video about the paradox of time. There was a lot to even talk about. It's like listening to Euphoria by Kendrick. That just came out. And this track by Kendrick Lamar to Drake, Euphoria by Kendrick. It's like, even that song, you still gotta, you know what I'm saying, dissect a little bit. You still gotta take time to dissect. So that's completely off topic. That's about music, and that's about like hip hop. This is in 2024. You know, this year's been kind of crazy in hip hop. But anyways, besides all that, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, we're in the middle of birth and death right now, as I'm speaking. As I'm speaking right now, if you're watching this video, you're in the middle of birth and death. And so that concept we get and we understand. And I guess we also get the concept of if an alien was traveling to Earth, what's the speed that's going in, what direction is the alien coming from, et cetera, et cetera. We can make those type of predictions and stuff like that. But just the concept of time, it's deep and layered. And just watching that video, I can't even, bro. I don't even know if I could break it down right now. Like, it's just, because science is not my chosen major, in school. It's not even like the thing that I can even break down right now. Even after watching this video, I did appreciate the animation. The animation was great. Shout out to the animation team. I know there's a team behind the videos on In a Nutshell by Kerr. Shout out to Kerr In a Nutshell. I can't say the full name because I'm not even gonna bother saying the full name, because if I do say, I'm gonna edit it out. I'm not gonna put it in the podcast episode 43. But that was a great video about the paradox of time. And if I could just skim over what he's talking about, what he was talking about, what the narrator was talking about. You're missing the bus. Tying that whole concept from missing the bus into the end of the video was great. It was great. I feel like this type of video that you would see for people who are in elementary school, I feel like, or middle school. I feel like middle school and high school is a better age for stuff like this. So especially high school, I think it's way better. High school and college, videos like this, the future already happened. These type of videos definitely do engage the students. So I definitely think this is it reminds me like Bill Nye the Science Guy. Used to watch that in middle school. I think we played it in high school a little bit, but not as much. Oh yeah, we did. I remember. My chemistry class and my biology class, we didn't play it, but definitely middle school. Okay, so did the future already happen? Paradox of time. Shout out to Kerr In a Nutshell. This video is very layered. I guess to bring my own final thought about it, time is complex. That was a lot, but that was a great video. You're gonna leave a like, of course. And wow, I definitely appreciate that. I'm gonna send that to my favorites. All right. It does feel like I'm having some sort of like, my mind is just going in a bunch of places right now. I'm thinking about a whole bunch of things right now because of this video. That's, man, the most unrealistic part is that I have a future to decide. You know what I'm saying? Genetics play a part in that too. Hard to believe this video is from 10 years ago. That was crazy. Wow. Alright. So that does it for the reaction video. And I guess I'll go to the outro. And yeah, that does it for the videos I recorded on May 1st of 2024. Okay, it is 11:35. Oh, we spent 30 minutes. Nice. That's dope. Alright. Yeah. Alright. Let's go to the outro. So that's cool. So yeah, this is the outro for the podcast episode 43 of the Hawks Podcast. So I really appreciate you guys for watching this all the way through. If you did, be sure to let me know if you enjoyed the podcast episode, and I'll see you guys in the next episode, which will be the recap of my spring quarter 2024 so far, the past school year, because I'm not going to record another podcast episode and upload another podcast episode until I'm done with school and done with graduation. So the next podcast episode will be a post-graduation podcast. I'll explain more in episode 44. For now, this is dropping in May 2024, 24th. You know what I'm saying? RP Kobe 24. I'm dropping this podcast the same day I'm recording this intro and outro for podcast episode 43 and 42. And yeah, man. So I hope you guys have a blessed day, night, evening, whenever you're listening to this. And I'll see you guys next time. All right. Peace, Hawks. Have a nice day. Goodbye. God bless. This song got me in the school mood right now. Alright. Yes, sir. Alright. Thanks for watching. 2K24.